Now we here, 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 now we here.
Hello and welcome. I am Laon, a certified life coach and addiction recovery coach, here to teach you manifestation so then you can manifest the life of your dreams. If you'd like any help with one-on-one coaching services, check out the drop box below. You are welcome to work with me if that's something that you are interested in. Today, I am really excited to share a success story of one of my clients. We've been lining this interview up for a little bit, so then we could share this story. So I'm super excited. By the title of this video, you know that my client manifested engagement with her specific person. So I'm going to ask her a few questions in this interview. I'm going to call her up and ask her these questions. She's going to answer honestly about some of her experience, why she even wanted to work with me to begin with, where she was at in her journey, kind of what the challenges were, and then, the end result. She even gets into how he proposed and how it's the most beautiful thing, right? So stay tuned to the very end. I'm guys, you have no idea. I'm so proud of my client. I love sharing success stories, any kind, but this one in particular, because I know what she went through. I was there with her on this journey, and, even on at the time crunch she shared as well. So again, we're going to dive in to this full success story in this interview. If you guys could do me the favor of subscribing, if this interview does inspire you, please hit that thumbs up button for this community, right? To push it out there, to inspire others to know that you can manifest a specific person. It is not impossible. It is more than possible. So let's dive in to the interview. Hello.
Hi, Laon. Can you hear me?
I can. You hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. All right. So I'm excited to begin this.
Me too. I cannot believe the day is finally here.
I can believe it.
True. We worked hard on this, and you were a part of it. So I'm like, this is awesome.
Hey, you did the hard work here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a couple interview questions here for you.
Okay.
If you want to just dive in, beginning with why you even signed up for coaching to begin with, kind of like the mindset you were at prior, or what your experiences with your specific person was prior, and then we'll go on from there.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted coaching was because I was getting triggered a lot in my 3D. Like, he was showing up as the version that I didn't want. He was just telling me that he wasn't ready for marriage, and that he loves me, but that's just not what he wanted, at least not now. And then I was just like, I knew I wanted it. And I know, obviously people were saying, you could change him. So I was like, okay. So then I found you on TikTok, and I was just like, okay, she seems like she knows her shit. So I'm going to add her as my coach. So then you helped me pretty much getting gear and remind me that I'm in my power. I can definitely have what it is that I want. And then just stop being triggered by my 3D. Whatever he's saying, it does not matter, because things can always shift to my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much why I hired you as my coach, because I needed that extra pushing, and accountability to, to get what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. And then in your 3D, weren't you getting a lot of hot and cold, and you were moving in, and then he didn't want you to move in, and
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he was just I had moved in, and then it just seemed like I was a bother. I was like, you know what? I thought this was going to be different. And then, yeah, definitely a lot of hot and cold for sure. Now I moved in, and everything's great. He's happy to have me here, and now he's just he's more happy than I am now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm I love this.
This is how it should have always been, right?
Exactly, yeah. I swear, sometimes I just wake up and I just look at my ring, and I'm I feel like I'm dreaming. I'm is this real?
Well, technically, it's a daydream projected out, right? So
yeah, it's crazy.
It is. All right, so then what was your biggest challenge overcoming your 3D or your old story?
I guess the biggest challenge for me was reacting. I always reacted. You've seen how bad I would message you so many times. I'm reacting hard and spiraling. And I guess that was like my challenge that I had to overcome, because I knew for me, in order to get what I wanted, I had to stop being triggered by whatever he would say, because it's just me pushed out, and he's just reflecting me. So I had to like really work on like changing my beliefs to make him, to obviously for me to know that I am loved. I am the one who's chosen. Like I am the, like, of course he would like want to marry me, you know? And I just had to like work on my inner beliefs and just change my subconscious and just like really, really like buckle down and just get it going, because I knew I wanted it by this year. So I had to like really, really focus.
Yeah, because you had technically a time crunch because you wanted it by the end of the year, and we started working together, what, like 4 months prior, right?
Yeah, 5, 6, yeah, probably, yeah. It's been a while. Months ago, probably, and I was like, I want it by this year, and it happened. Oh my gosh.
If you want to give the story on how it happened, you didn't give me that.
Oh yeah, so his mom had like told me it was gonna be around the holidays, so she was like, just be prepared. And then I was like, okay, so that kind of helped me like be calm, because I was like, okay, she's reassuring me that it's gonna be this year. So then Christmas came, and obviously nothing. I was like, oh, okay, like not obviously, maybe it's gonna be New Year's. So then New Year's came around, and then I just got my outfit ready, everything ready just in case. I had like a feeling, and I was like, okay, it's gonna probably just be, he's gonna get down on his knee at midnight. But oh my God, Lane, it was more beautiful than I even imagined, which was something that I had affirmed, that it was gonna be better than I had imagined. I walked in, all my family, all my friends had surprised me. It was like a beautiful setting, like lights everywhere, and like a bar of like KNC, Mr. and Mrs. And then it said that huge sign that said "Marry Me," and I was like, oh my, like just to see all my friends and family there, and like his family, his friends. It was just beautiful, and I was just like, wow, like he put a lot of effort and thought into it. And I was just like blown away, and just it felt like a magical day that I just couldn't get over for like a week.
A lot different than the man that you were begging him and telling him, I just want to just propose to me, just propose to me. It feels a lot better, right, when he does it on his own and you're not trying to convince him to do it.
You have no idea. You have no idea. It was just like, I'm like, I feel like I'm dreaming, and I'm just like, now it's like, I feel like I can have things so easily now. I'm like, okay, we're going to go to Big Bear, like next week, we're going to go to Cancun here. I'm just like, dude, I now that I know my power, you know? Yeah. That's it.
Everything's just coming with ease, because you just sat back, you relaxed, you stayed calm, made the decision, this is who I am, these are the beliefs that align with this version of me, and then everything just unfolded with like no pressure. You just lived your life in the meantime, right?
Exactly. Yep. Like these last 2 months were just like, I was just relaxed and at ease. I was like, I just trusted, and I was like, it's mine. Now I just live my life knowing that it's done.
All right. So then what techniques and or things did you do to help you get into that state of the woman who is engaged?
So I did like a lot of visualization. Okay. A lot of like, what's it called? I used to script. I stopped scripting because now that I live with him, but I would just do things as a wife, become that I would be like already just acting as a wife, because since I was living with him, I was like, helping him with his laundry, and like, because he's pretty much taking care of me. I'm not really paying anything. So I'm like, okay, like I'll help by cooking for him, be like a wife, pack his meals, like things that I would do as a wife. And I would just like not be triggered anymore. Like that's pretty much like, I just kind of did a lot of affirming throughout everything, and then like mirror work as well. And just talk to myself. Like whenever I would be triggered, I would like take your advice. Like he would say, just go in the shower and just like take a deep breather, go for a walk, do things like I'd go to the gym, and yeah, that's pretty much what helped me become the engaged woman I am now.
Yeah. So you manifested moving in with him. You manifested the engagement. How does it feel?
Remember I told you I wanted to go to Cancun, and then we went?
Yeah. Oh, yep. You manifested Cancun.
It was amazing.
You're killing it. Master manifester over here.
Honestly, I'm like, wow, this is like crazy. I was really doubting myself, and it really is just in our minds, you know, and how powerful we really are.
And making a decision and sticking to it instead of going back and forth like, can I do this? Can I not do this? And like not stopping the negative thoughts, but not giving in to them, not being attached to them like, wait, this is more true than what my imaginal acts are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, to wrap this up, I told you I was going to keep it really short. That way you can get going.
No worries.
But to wrap this up, what would you give as advice to somebody else that is manifesting love, engagement, moving in? What would be some inspiring words to keep them on the path to getting what they want?
Pretty much to just not give up. If you really, really want it, you can definitely have it. Because, I mean, in the beginning, my fiance was totally different. So different than what he is now. And you can definitely change that. Like, that's why I tell people, like, you guys have to really see a different version of them and keep persisting. Do not give up. Don't go back and forth. Don't doubt yourself. Like, you can have whatever it is that you want, but you definitely have to put in the work. You can't just be like, okay, I want it, and then just sit there and no, like, you have to change your mind. You have to really put in the effort to get what you want too.
And focus on you, right? It's not about them, it's about you.
Oh yeah, and shifting it back to yourself. Don't focus on them. Like, you need to love yourself.
Awesome. Oh, this is going to inspire so many people. I can't wait to post it.
I hope so. I really do. I try and help people come and message me too. They're like, how'd you do it? And I'm like, I love to help people too. I'm like, you can do it.
I love it.
Yeah. I hope I can inspire somebody.
Yeah, I know you definitely will. I know for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing your story and allowing me to share it on YouTube and everywhere else. So I'm going to get this all edited and out there, but I truly appreciate it, and I'm so happy I got to work with you.
Yes, and I appreciate you. Seriously, like, you were always there for me, and, like, you helped me so much. I honestly don't feel like I would have done this without you. Like, you helped me a lot. I probably would have given up.
No, you would have done it. It just might have been a little bit more challenging because you wouldn't have had the guidance, right? That direction. But we're all capable of doing it. Don't sell yourself short. You would have done it.
Probably a little longer. It would take me a little longer, but definitely, it would have happened. But yeah, you definitely helped me so much. So that's why I was like, I need to help her, like, get on, give her advice and all that too, because you helped me.
I love it. Well, you have a wonderful day. If you have any other updates or questions or anything moving forward, I'm always here for you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yep. Goodbye.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, you just heard it here, how she manifested moving in from the hot and cold behavior with her specific person. She manifested engagement on a time crunch by the end of the year like she wanted, and it was more beautiful than she could have even imagined. So not only did she change her specific person by focusing on herself and using affirmations, visualizations, and really staying true to this new version of her, her reality began to change and match who she was being internally. So it really is that simple. I know that was a really short interview. It's because it's simple. It's simple, guys. It's not overcomplicated. It's not about exhausting yourself with techniques. It's really just about deciding what you want and sticking to that decision. Like she said, she just needed to get out of her own way and decide, this is what I want, and stick to it, and stop questioning and doubting herself. Even if negative thoughts came up, just look at them for what they are. One possibility, one quantum possibility out of infinite. She's choosing the possibility that she wants to experience. So those negative thoughts meant nothing to her. And there was many times where she had negative thoughts. There was plenty of times where she came to me questioning, doubting. So it's not about being perfect. It's about returning to that decision. So you heard it here first, guys. She manifested her specific person in the full engagement. So thank you for being here. If you could hit that subscribe button along with the thumbs up button, if that inspired you, you like this success story, I'm happy I was able to share it and get to work with her, like I said. So thank you guys for being here. And as always, you got this.
Now we here. Now we here. Bottom